All right, we're finally back. I've been sick for a week. I actually been sick for like 2 or 3 weeks. I got this crazy cough. Has anybody else been experiencing like flu style sinus congestion, coughing like crazy, no stomach issues, but just like crazy cough and body aches and just won't go away? Well, we just had that for like 11 days. So you may wonder why I haven't been in many videos. Well, there you have it, folks. I got sick for the first time in my life where I couldn't come to work. It was horrible. But we're back to work and we're working on old King Fred's mothership. So what we're gonna do, the plan is to strip this apart and take bits and pieces and put it all into King Frederick. So, yeah. We're gonna make mental notes. We're gonna figure out where to put stuff, where stuff is at. Yeah. Did Hillbilly pull the radiator out?
I believe so. He mentioned something.
So we're gonna be able to use like the factory crossover wiring. We're gonna use both battery trays. We're going to use overflow bottle. We're gonna use some stings and stuff. But basically what we'll do, we'll get the hood off and then Hillbilly will start on one side, I'll start on the other. We'll pull the bumper off. I want to be able to just take it all apart and put all the good stuff on King Frederick. And then we'll have an idea of how it all goes. And yeah, so the goal is to try to get the front end of King Fred built. We also need to get the wiring down the frame, which I believe is somewhere. I don't know where, but somewhere. And then we have all the old stuff that came out of the truck. But we're converting a lot of stuff. So we don't necessarily need all this. We're probably gonna stick to that. And then we gotta get the engine from out back. We gotta pull all the wiring off because we're gonna use the engine wiring to plug into the original harness for sensors. So engine sensors. Or we might use this wiring. I don't know. Who knows? You know, it's all fun and games. All right, so basically what we're gonna do, we're gonna start pulling the front end apart and then we'll take batteries out and then we'll get the hood off and we'll just keep working back. That way everything's fresh so we can go in and put old King Fred together. We'll put Humpty Dumpty back together again. You got it?
Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, and this motor cranks. Didn't get to start, but it'd crank.
So it's probably not junk.
Yeah, it wouldn't crank fast enough to fire.
Would you like it? Do you want it to be yours?
Aw.
All right. This is your Hillbilly's problem now.
Okay, then hood stays on to keep it covered.
Yeah. Got a Garrett turbo.
That's what comes factory in all these.
Dang! Whoa. Hey, hey!
That's what comes factory in all of these.
I know what it isn't. It's not an HPT.
Yeah, dog.
We'll start by taking the screws out for the grill, so get that out of the way.
Should we bag up all our screws, even though we have other screws?
I say we just put them in a pile right here, and then we'll bag it up when we're cleaning up.
Really? That doesn't sound fun, but okay. We're gonna go against our golden rules because Hillbilly said so.
We don't need 10,000 baggies of the same stuff.
Yeah, we do.
For King Fred.
Yes, we do.
Hey, there's a good paintable grill for King Fred if you ever want to paint.
Yeah, that's way good. Super good.
Are you saying you don't know how to plastic weld?
I forgot how. See, this has all the clips, so we can pull this out, transfer these. We can get Hector to clean those up.
Oh yeah, Hector, he's on top.
Hector's
cleaning.
He's a real G. What is that, a power steering cooler?
Transmission cooler.
Oh. We're gonna put in, well,
I wouldn't recommend those.
what would you recommend?
One out of, if you're going probably a 6.0 or 6.4 because they're a lot bigger.
Oh.
Everyone that has these OBSs with the 7.3 always adds an extra cooler because
Is that true, everybody with an
transmissions
OBS?
gets hot.
Does your tranny get hot? Let us know. How do I get this off? Well,
I get battery out of the way for that.
yep. Guess we're moving on to batteries. So one thing I absolutely love about Fords They use different sizes on the same brackets. It's just the greatest thing that they could have ever done. Rather than use like 10 millimeter on everything, they use 10 on most of them and 8 on one. Oh, yeah. When I got my bracket out, we're gonna have a freaking bracket that's not painted on both sides.
Hey, we can have Hector clean it up, sandblast it, and
Yeah, we'll get rattle can black. Ooh! Dude, look! I didn't know that was factory on Fred. I thought those brackets were added. That's factory mounting. Nice.
you know what's funny that I just realized?
What'd you just realize? Hillbilly just realized something.
These bolts are 13/16.
They're standards on a metric truck.
No, the bracket that these bolts go through are 10 millimeter that hold bumper skin.
It don't make no sense. Well, I've got the overflow out of the way. Actually unhooked.
Well, we need that coolant line to hook to.
Where? What do we need?
It teed in, if remember, it teed into that lower coolant line.
Oh, we do need it. So yeah, just undo it right there. Let's just undo that right now. We'll get that T. Did you take the radiator out?
No, Owen did.
Oh.
We needed the brackets that hold the radiator in place to put the radiator in. Yes.
You guys might notice Hillbilly's sleeved up. He got himself a matching tattoo with his mom. We won't show it yet, but if you guys want to see his new tattoo, let us know. It's kind of cool. His mom has the same one now. Ugh. This battery tray is all in here really good.
One big battery tray.
Yeah.
That's battery tray and everything else holder in one.
Yeah. That's all in one. Got to make sure we get all this wiring out without breaking it.
I'm just trying to find all the bolts to get this core support, or what is this called? Grill holder?
Yeah.
The grill holder out, so we can get the lights, because they're hooked onto that from the backside.
You're doing a fantastic job, Hillbilly. I don't care what anybody says.
I think I might have to pull a fender off.
For what? Got to be able to pull that out without the fender coming off.
How'd you do it on King Fred?
Broke it.
This piece?
Yeah. So I got a new one. Alright, so I just went in and made sure that we have the same wiring on the other, and we do. So, anyway, we're going to be taking this, taking it in there, that AC line, taking that AC line. We're going to make everything work. Now I got this one out, but I broke the one that Hillbilly was able to get out on his side. Oh, it got so cold, we hoodied up. You know what? I got nothing to prove. I will wear a jacket, just so we're clear. Come on, Ford. Get your act together.
We wanted to help together.
When we go to reassemble this, we'll put the headlights in first with the correct Ford clips. We won't try to break them.
So now I'm working on this bumper headlight grill filler panel. There's 2 bolts on each side. I already got these bolts out. I had to take those out in order to get the grill holder out. 1 clip left, and this piece will be out.
Hillbilly's crushing me. I can't keep up. Can't handle the heat. I'm out of the driver's seat, so I'm just gonna let him take care of business. Hi, Bombi. Bombi's mad
The
at
filler piece. We need these. We do need these.
Yeah, that's why we're pulling everything.
Are we just leaving this light, put it on King Fed light?
Absolutely. You know me. That's right what we're doing, bro. Unvolt. Oh, that was hot. Ah. That was neutral hot. Ouchie, wah. There's some hot dangle dangies.
Oh, dang.
Hillbilly wants this. Hillbilly thinks he needs the fuse box, so might have to keep her all intact, but still got to get it apart in order to figure out if we need it.
First wheel well liner removed. I think Robbie's working on that side. Might be wrong.
This wiring's a joke, but we're getting it. Got one more plug that goes to the rear, and then we should be able to pull it out. And I think we're trying to take course port. Oh yeah, we're trying to take course port out all in one piece, but we'll probably have to take these brackets.
You gotta take the fender off.
No, take the top brackets.
You gotta take the fender off because the fender hooks onto the course port.
No, I'll show you, Daddy. Don't worry, Daddy.
It's just quicker and easier to pull the fender off because we're pulling it off anyways.
I know, Daddy. Don't worry, Daddy. You pull my liner out now.
I'm still working on this side, man.
So good. Hey, I really think that you should put the liner bolts all together. And the liners, we gotta put them somewhere so Hector can clean them. Oh, there's gonna be so much stuff to do tomorrow. Oh, this is amazing. It's finally like it's coming together. But it's not, it's coming apart. So, I'm gonna get back on track because my brain, man, after being sick, do you guys have brain fog? I mean, my brain didn't work good before. It really doesn't work good now.
Willie's over here pulling the hood and
I'm over here goofing up my lungs. Who would have thunk that this truck would come in so handy in so many ways? Yeah. It's gonna give you a flatbed, it's gonna give OJ a flatbed.
Me a motor, you parts.
Yeah. It's like this is like
a good hood and
this is like the Oprah of Ford trucks.
Yeah.
And you get an engine, and you get a flatbed. Oh,
And we get a hood and hood.
And we get parts. So I offered this IDM up to Hillbilly. He said no.
It won't work fine.
We'll work on his because his OBS is too cool.
No, it just has bigger injectors.
It's too cool. Just about to get this out. And then what we'll do is we're gonna try to find the old one. And whichever one is the best, we're gonna use.
Found the old ones.
That is a dirty, dirty boy.
First fender.
Ooh.
Ah.
So I'll put this here for now. And then what we're gonna do is the goal is to get it all apart today. Tomorrow, we're gonna set all the pieces next to the new pieces, get everything transferred, bolt it all up, do all the things. So there's the pressure switch and there's the on-off switch. So we'll use the factory wiring, that way we can actuate the AC from the dash, You know, you don't need an entire other truck to strip apart when you're building a truck, but you know, it helps. It does help. I need to undo this release cable, but I know as soon as I go to unclip it, it's going to break. So,
Look on the side.
well, I can't. It's the firewall.
Put the firewall off.
I mean, I could. I absolutely could, and I probably should. But Colton got me the heat gun, so. Oh, I got it! Yes! Victory is mine! Look at that, I didn't even break the clip. Oh! Good thing that trampoline was there.
Yep.
Alright. We got a release that we can use. It's good. It's not broken. Nice. This is nice. So there's a lot of ground wires. We'll pull the ground wire off of both sides. We'll pull the power wire out. We're going to use the AC lines. This one's important. We're going to have to shorten a bunch of stuff up. We're going to have to lengthen a bunch of stuff. But that's where our TIG welder comes in handy. We're going to be able to TIG weld it. And we can cut these lines, lengthen them. Yeah, make some AC stuff. Luckily, everything seems to be coming apart pretty good. So we got a little bolt here and a little bolt there. All right, we'll get this unbolted. I'm gonna go right in and we'll probably have to have Hector clean this up so I can install it. But I don't know what this thing is called, but I know it's important.
Hector,
Yes.
you clean that, bro? Okay. Tapo. No.
Yep.
Brake cleaner.
Sí.
Ya.
Thank you, bro.
Listo. Good. Vamos a ensamblacear las partes de la batería, las bases de la batería. Todas estas partes de Fred y la vamos a pintar en negro.
All right, so we got it all torn apart. Now we're gonna take everything inside so that it can warm up overnight. We're gonna clean up a bunch of stuff and try to get as much built tomorrow as we can. We got a lot of stuff we gotta hook up. Heater hoses, AC lines, power steering lines, tons of wiring, but we're getting closer. So this is a big day. That poor truck. It's almost garbage. All right, so we got the white truck all torn apart. We've got everything inside. Tomorrow, we get to start figuring out heater hoses and AC lines and power steering, radiator hoses, all of the stuff that needs to be hooked up. Plus, we're gonna try to put the fenders on, get as much of it built as we can. So, it is tomorrow. All right, it is the next day. So we got Hillbilly working on some AC stuff. I'm gonna pull all the cooling out, and then we're gonna start getting the fenders on and really trying to dial in like hoses. We got to get the radiator hoses in, AC lines ran. I'm gonna use the factory condenser because it was okay rather than this aftermarket one. Well, we'll decide on that. We've got an upright support we got to put in, and then we have some Dodge brackets for this condenser that we're going to be able to modify and use to hold this Dodge intercooler. Got a lot to do.
Okay, so this doohickey, I'm not sure the name of it, is a little bit different than this heater box, the way it mounts onto this heater box. So I'm modifying its mounting points to where it will bolt on and hold in place like it's supposed to.
And then I've got the factory Ford AC pressure switch. I'm gonna see if it'll thread onto this pressure switch port. If it does, then would you look at that? Just look at that. All right, so I just spent the last 20 minutes on the phone because we need to get a washer pump, we need to get an AC pressure switch, and we need to get an AC clutch cycling pressure switch. So we're trying to get as much new stuff as we can, but of course nobody has it in stock for a 1995, well, a 1992 Ford F350 that identifies as a 1995 Ford F350 with a diesel with a 1998 Dodge Cummins 12 valve in it. So we're striking out. But anyway, let's get back to work. That was a long time. That was a lot of work. That is directly tight fitting. Okay, now this is what I'm debating on if I should use or not. Now somehow Hillbilly was able to get this AC or this intercooler in, but I don't know how because it doesn't fit. All right. Okay, we gotta grab some parts outside and then determine where we're gonna put everything. All right, so we're just running into all sorts of issues where we're Mickey Mouse hodgepodge and everything.
Isn't that the broke and that's why we had to get a new one?
Yeah, but we broke it down here.
Oh, okay.
So wherever the line's at, this will work still. So we gotta find, hold on. Whoa, Batman. I wonder if we could pull this off and use this on that. Then that orifice tube is correct, but then we could use this and use that line. But I wonder if this will fit. This could be different.
The cover is different.
So then it probably won't fit. So then we need to find the line that goes from here to here. We're striking out, trying to find stuff. We've lost it. So we came out to the engine to look at it and see there she is, right there. Well, this might not work. I might need some actual tools. Anyway, we'll get the AC line off and we'll go inside and figure out how to convert it. All right, so the nice thing about using the other AC lines is this was R12. So see, that's an R12 fitting. We're converting it to 134A. We're just gonna make sure that the thread is correct and that it will work, and then we'll get working on cutting it off. Now we have a local tractor store that can actually crimp AC lines. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, so take a look at the difference between an R12 high pressure valve versus a 134A high pressure valve. Now they make conversion valves that screw onto here and you can actually use 134A in it, but we're just gonna cut that end off.
Say, why do you need to when you have stuff to make it yourself?
Took his words right out of his mouth, Will.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I'm just gonna make sure these threads are the same. And then I'll start dissecting this line.
I'm wondering if this condenser is not for the
They're the same. Huh?
gasser.
No. It's different. 100% it's not for the gasser. All right, so this is my very first time ever dissecting an AC crimp, but I want the fitting. Folks, don't try this at home. I don't know if I can recrimp that. All right, I'm gonna run over to the tractor store real quick and figure out if they've got clamps to do these AC lines.
All right, so Robbie went to Hermanson's tractor store. Hillbilly went next door to find some brass fittings, I believe. So I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go walk over there and see what he's doing. Wait. So I found Hillbilly.
Where'd you find me at?
Just across the parking lot. Tell him what you're up to.
Trying to find some coolant fittings. They have some, but it's plastic, and we don't want plastic. So we're gonna run to Hermanson's Hardware, the other Hermanson store, opposite of Robbie's Hermanson store, and see what they have in stock.
All right, that was a win. So Hillbilly will show you what we got. What do you get, Hillbilly?
Got what we needed.
It's always a win when we come here, most of the time.
97% of the time. And if this don't work, because it still might hit something, then we still have the barbs to put right in there, and we just have to get a hose that's elbowed. But I'm hoping this works, because I think that'd look a lot better than having a elbowed hose.
Yeah.
All right, so I struck out big time. But what I'm gonna do, I got a hold of my friends at the hosers. They do a lot of hoses for Fab Rats and everybody else.
Didn't they do hoses for the bread van?
Yeah, they did some brake lines for me.
Or not the bread, was it
Not a
bread
bread van. They did brake lines on the limo, and then they did some brake lines on the bus. So anyway, they're gonna do all the hydraulic lines on the bed, and we'll just coordinate it so that when they come down to do all those lines, we will do the AC lines while we're at it. Anyway, I'm just gonna put this fitting back on. We're gonna move on to the fenders. All right, it's about lunchtime here, and these are freezing cold, so we're bringing them in, getting them warmed up. When we get back, we're gonna transfer everything out of the fenders into the new fenders, and we're bolting them on. And I've said that 150 times, but we're actually bolting them on. Yeah, we'll come back, we'll pull everything off.
You don't need this, do you?
I don't think so.
Bottle jack holder and the star wrench holder.
What if we need a star wrench or a bottle jack?
We'll have Badlands jacks.
Okay, fine. We won't use it. All right, we're running to lunch. We'll be back right after this. All right, so we got some lines, and we're gonna use my trusty new bender. We're gonna try to bend them. We'll see if this works. I don't know if it will or not. I don't know if this is the right size, but we're gonna try to make it work. Am I crushing it or am I? Oh, I'm crushing it. Hillbilly.
What?
I need you to push.
Why don't you lock it in?
It won't. This is a half inch. This is 3/4. Huh? Okay, very gentle. Very gentle like. Okay.
I just hurt your pocket.
Very calmly. Hold on. Are we ruining it?
Yes.
We are in fact ruining it.
You look better than the one that's on there. Did you see the other one?
No.
It's so pink.
Oh, this is so kinked now. All right, well, now that we've kinked the dog crap out of it, let's see if we can... Here. Down with all your hillbilly might. Oh, yeah, kinker. Oh, yeah, good job. Perfect. That worked exactly as we planned. So here's what we're going to do.
Cut it?
You're going to cut it.
And then heat it up?
No, you're going to cut it and you're going to go to Napa and you're going to get these. And we're going to put bends in it. So go to Napa, take this, 98 Dodge, see if you can get like 4 of those. That didn't work. All right, so I just sent Hillbilly to Napa. They're closing at 2 o'clock today because it's the day before. It's New Year's Eve. I was gonna say it's the day before New Year's. Anyway, transferring everything, getting everything transferred over on the fenders, and then we're gonna bolt them up. I've said we're gonna bolt them up all day.
The day's not over with, so we're still waiting.
That's right, we're winning. So I like to lay things out side by side, transfer clips. As we're going. Oh, we don't like to do that.
Magnet?
Need a magnet.
Okay.
Oh my heck, that was close. Colton went up front to get a part that Napa brought us like an hour ago, and they said if you guys need anything else, you better hurry because we close at 2. As I was pulling in their driveway, they were turning the on sign off and were shutting lights off, but they still helped me. So that was a very close call. So Robbie sent me to get 4 of these little elbows. Well, they don't have just those little elbows, so I got 4 elbows with a lot of hose on them.
Might be better then.
And look, then we just gotta get a barbed fitting. So I think we'll be able to make what we have work, but we'll find out. Okay, so we want to cut this T out because we can now use this T and not have to cap or weld the other lower coolant line. There's the one piece we needed.
All right, so we have some hose routing figured out, but fenders are ready to go on. Hector's getting the bolts painted and we're putting them on. So we went and got a bunch of different 90s, and we're gonna try to keep the factory runners and just keep everything kind of nice and neat so that we're not just flopping hoses everywhere. All right, we're gonna use these factory spacers and hope they're close. That's gonna be a good start. Otherwise, we have to go get metal shims. I've been waiting all week to do this. If anybody talks, it'll mess up, so don't talk. So what I want to do is I want to get my door gap lined up and get it all tight here, and then I'll square up and tighten the front. But right now, I'll leave all this loose. All right, so everything's kind of loose. We're tight at the door, but what we'll do, see how this can still move a mile? And then it actually moves my gap at the door. It's basically a pivot point. We don't know that this cab is square.
Oh yeah, I forgot
until we put the hood on. And so the cab is loose, core support is loose. We're gonna bolt the hood up, and then the cab could potentially need to be shifted, and then the hood can be squared up. And I can see that my cowl is going that way, and my fender is going this way. So I'm almost positive this cab's gonna have to be shimmied, and then everything's squared up to it. That's no big deal. That's normal when you're doing a cab swap like this. Well, we didn't even swap the cab, we just took the cab off. It's normal. So we'll get the other fender on, got this one on, close to where we need it. Yeah, so we ran into what I thought. This cab being completely out of square, it will not allow, are these tight? Dems there are tight, sir. We gotta loosen those bolts so we can slide the core support so we can get this fendy all mounted up, because the way it sits right now, it is not gonna work. All right, well, when the bolts get loosened, things can move. There we schnitzel. Okay. Now we can line this fendy. This fends up. All right, we got rid of the factory shims, and we're going with the El Metal O ones. We're working on getting them in. Just got to slide them in. Nice and, you know what I need to do is I need to loosen that, and you need to lift up, and then we'll tighten the bottom one, and then we'll tighten that one. Got it? All right, I've got the door gap sort of where I want it. I believe didn't you?
No, I did not. Why is it always me that tightens it when you can't loosen it up? I haven't touched that bracket.
6 more self-tightening bolts.
Dang.
Jeez, we're on a roll today. In order to get this adjusted correctly, hood's got to get put on. So that's our next step. got the fenders on, hood's gonna go on, we're gonna shut it. Yeah. Okay, we gotta do some adjusting. Let's get the bolt in, and let's bring the cab forward. See, that'll come forward. And that'll come forward. We just need the cab to come forward. So what we're gonna do is we are going to put the cab bolts in, bring the whole cab forward, and make it work. And if it don't like it, then I don't know what to do.
If you guys remember from the previous video that we done on King Fred, these are tightened because we had to jack up the floor a little bit to clear the transfer case. And we're loosening them up so we can move the cab to square it up. More?
Keep going. And hold it. Let's,
When you tighten this bolt down, go to the other side now.
where's the brackets for this? Let me just make sure that it,
On the ground over there.
we have 1/4 inch of room. So sometimes you gotta shimmy jack your stuff around. All right, Hillbilly.
You want all the cab bolts cranked tight? Just this one for now.
I would crank that one, and I would crank one over here so it holds. Maybe both, yeah. Oh yeah, you got plenty of room now. Do we? Oh yeah. Just have some pressure. We still need to get the hood on. But we're at least clear in here. We can manipulate bracketry. I feel like we need to get the hood on, get everything tight.
You think
And
you
then
tap
shimmy.
too far that way?
Yeah, I think everything's
Come this way.
out of whack. Yep. Let's just get the hood on. We'll get everything tightened up front. We'll get it all square to the cab, and then we'll move the cab and all that.
So how do you square a cab up before you put all the stuff on? Is there a way to do it?
Yeah, measure it. We're just about to the point where we can put this hood on, and then we'll deal with the menagerie of adjusting. All right, so Hillbilly went out and got the hood. We haven't even taken anything off of old King Fred's sheet metal. We've just been using all the white stuff because it's readily available.
And we don't have to search for it.
Yeah, because we know where it's at. It's all fresh. We didn't take it apart 6 months ago. So as soon as we get these clips in, all we gotta do is bolt up our hood. It's time to install the hood. Wow, that got heavy real quick.
It is heavy.
Okay, I'll stay here till you get your.
I can hold it.
You for show?
Yeah.
You for shizzle shazzle?
Yeah, I know.
Don't bedazzle me. Push towards me a tiny bit. Ooh. Tiny bit. Hold it. Don't move. Do not move, Hillbilly, or you will scratch the Frederick. Okay, watch your side, Hillbilly. You watching?
Yeah.
Are you watching?
What are we watching?
Making sure it's not gonna hit. Holy guacamole! Wowzers!
Yeah, but there's like one.
Is it? Wowzers!
Air induction.
Yeah, literally. Let's get the back. So we got to go up in. Actually, you can open it. Drop the back of your hinge first, and then we'll drop my hinge, and then we'll start adjusting. So now what we want to do is we want to adjust this fender. Now that we have the hood adjusted to the cowl, what we'll do? Oh, we need to loosen those 13 right there. Get them a little bit loose. So we're gonna go through and start tightening everything and really dialing in this side. That passenger side probably should have been fit, which is against the rules, but we bought all new sheet metal and we had it all apart. The frame was at Kevin's, so we didn't get an opportunity to do it. But if it's too terrible and we can't get it to adjust out looking half decent, we'll probably end up fixing it and then repainting it. But that's not for today. This. That's not bad.
I like that gap.
Oh yeah. Let me look at the back. Oh, I don't like that gap. So what we'll do is we'll get it adjusted and then we'll just push it all back, tighten this gap up, tighten it down. Sweet. So that looks good. I think we're good. All right, I can live with that. Now it's this crapola that I don't think I can live with. We got to do some magic. I'm not going to tell you how we're going to do it. But we're going to use a pry bar. And we're going to use a block. And we're going to use Sean. I want to pull pressure right here. And I'll have you just give it a little lovey love tap. Mm-hmm. Maybe. All right, so what we've determined, we've got this close. We need to take the front edge of the door in. Then we can take the fender in to try to get this gap a little bit tighter. We are gonna have to deal with, we're just gonna have to live with a little bit of not perfectness. But that's okay. I think kicking it in at the back is gonna help tremendously. So, got a little bit of a boo-boo up front, but at the end of the day, this is a work truck. And so Sean decided that we don't need to fix it. Sean doesn't care. So we're gonna move that real quick. What are we hitting? All right, so we are hitting the hinge right here on the fender. I wonder, we might could move the hinge. Let's try that first. Close. So what it's doing is it's hitting the fender and it's jacking the back of the hood up. Nope. So I'm gonna belt grind a little out of this. All right, I've got the hood latch support in. We're gonna get the hood latch on and get this adjusted, and then we will have our goal accomplished today. Hillbilly went ahead and routed this in to the cab. So we're just about hooked up. Okay, there's a little spring that goes in the hood. Hillbilly's grabbing that out of the other hood, and then we'll get this latched. We'll push it down, we'll tighten it, and it'll hopefully be adjusted. Hopefully it'll just be that easy, huh, Hector?
Yes.
See, yes.
Yes, señor.
Now, everybody watch your games. Good?
Looking good. On this side.
Now. Okay. So pop it. Pull it. Oh, watch out. I didn't have it, it's not double latch. Pull it.
The double latch?
Yep, I screwed up. I gotta bring it up, latch it, and then
Single latch, double latch.
hey, right there. Okay, now go pop it. Pop it again. Serious.
I know.
We're about to cut it up.
I can see. Just like.
Okay, well, it's a wrap. I have a crappy corner here that's gonna drive me nuts until we fix it. But that side looks really good. So we've accomplished our goal. The front end sheet metal is built and it doesn't look that bad. All right, so we got the whole front end sheet metal done, but I want to give you guys an update on the thieves. We haven't found the boxes, but thank you guys for looking, and to everybody that sent emails, messages, calls. We appreciate that you guys are out there looking. We're still hoping to find them. There's still a $500 reward if you do find them. But in the meantime, if we don't find our box, just go to RobbieLayton.com, buy some merch. That'll help support us to where we can build some new ones. As always, we appreciate you. If you enjoyed this video, go check out this one.